Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. In this presentation, our group will be presenting about AI chatbot, an overview of Russia. This group contains of 4 people, including Daniel Nathan, Christopher Fate, C.L. Gilbert, and Jonathan Bryan. For the content, first we have introduction, second we have process, third we have demonstration, fourth we have trial and error, and the fifth we have closing. For the introduction, I want to tell you a bit of Russia. Russia, or the Russian Federation, is a country spanning Eastern Europe and North Asia, with over 142,122,776 in terms of population today. Now, the reason why we chose Russia is because Russia is the biggest country in the world, and its country has a lot of interesting things in cultures and politics, and also the recent conflict with the Western countries, like the war between Russia and Ukraine, makes us more convinced to choose Russia as our air chat box country. Now, the importance of this air chat box is actually very simple. We want to provide and help other people to know some information about Russia without them having to search for other resources one by one. And for the link for the air chat box is in the text below. Now for the processes, first we have to gather that all of the data under these categories. Now, first is country overview, second is globalization, third is political economy, national differences, fourth is political economy and economic development, fifth is cultural differences, sixth is ethics in international business, seven is international trade, and the last is foreign direct investment. After all of the data have been gathered, we then uploaded them into the custom AI chat box under group B1. We did also some evaluation, so to make sure that all of the data can work correctly and can give the user a more well-designed experience. Now, for the task distribution, for the country overview, all members are divided to search for the country overview. And for the globalization, we have Christopher Fate for political economy and national differences. We have Christopher Fate for political economy and economic development. We have C.L. Gilbert for cultural differences. We have C.L. Gilbert for ethics in international business. We have Jonathan Bryan for international trade. We have C.L. Gilbert, and for foreign direct investment, we have Jonathan Bryan. For regional economic integration, we have Daniel Nathan, and for global marketing, we have Daniel Nathan.
So this is our bot persona, which is we want to make the AI chat box as a friendly Russian ambassador. And then this is the example of the way the chat box greet us. And then here's the second example of how the chat box greet us.
Okay, so this is the demonstration of our chatbot. So we try to ask using informal language, but the output is he still answer using formal language. So we add the prompt to the bot. So we add use daily language style if we ask informally. So here's the final result. If we ask using informal language, he will answer using informal language.
Okay, so this is another example of the question and the answer. So as you can see, the answer here is a little bit too long. So as you can see, when we asked to make it shorter, it seems like the answer is a little bit still too long. So we add a more specific file about the question here with that contain shorter answer, and after that the result is that the chat box finally can answer it using shorter answer.
Next, when the bot is being asked about the source of the information, then the bot would give a response of I got this information from many sources provided. This is to get a more natural response from the bot. And to stay on the theme of natural responses, when the bot do not understand of what being asked, then we program the bot to ask back about the questions. The bot would reply with, sorry, what was the question again? And we program this to make it seem that the bot is listening to our questions.
This is the example of if we ask some question, we'll answer this. And then if we ask another questions about legal system, he will answer this. Then this is also another example. Another example. Another. Another. And this is our data source. As you guys can see, this is the data source of our group. And here's the important things. Persona is really important in making the way the AI is. And then the second one, organizing files is important in making better answers. And the final, specific prompts are sensitive to use and can make the AI answer differently.
We have done a lot of trial and error for the bot to make it more accurate, responsive, and natural. And the most notable error that we find is when we tried a simple greeting to the bot. The bot would get confused about the language being used, and the bot would respond with a random language or even give question marks. Next, we also tried to ask the bot questions with spelling mistakes. The bot is still able to process the prompt and give an accurate response according to what is being asked. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.